My name is Ariel Tabson, and I am the Public Information Officer for the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Welcome to Talking Traffic Safety. This episode will focus on our teen driver safety program called Reduce TN Crashes.
Reduce TN Crashes is a program that is a traffic safety awareness and awards for high schools aimed at reducing crashes through activity and education.
One thing that the THSO is offering is something called the Reduce TN Crashes Scholarship. Can you tell us about that, Stephanie?
Tennessee Highway Safety Office has partnered with AAA, the Auto Club Group, for this second year. We're very excited to be partnering with them again. Through this program, one high school senior in Tennessee will receive a $3,000 scholarship. In order to apply, you must be a high school senior in Tennessee who's participating in Reduce TN Crashes and who demonstrate strong leadership skills, school involvement, volunteer and advocacy for teen driver safety. The deadline to apply is March 31st of this year.
Stephanie, how do we get students to get involved? How do they get started with Reduce TN Crashes?
Getting started with Reduce TN Crashes is pretty simple. First, we like for you to activate your school for the current year, and that just is a simple uploading your school logo or uploading a school photo, and that just lets us know that you're participating. Then that allows the Reduce TN Crashes team to send out an outreach kit for you. And the outreach kit is, it looks a little bit like this. So new schools who have signed up for the first time receive 2 metal signs and 2 banners. And then the educational rack cards receive a smaller version of this kit, new banners if we have them, and then the rack cards and wallet cards as well. All of this material is sponsored by State Farm and the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. We encourage schools to visit the activities page where they can browse through a list of activities that are sponsored through state and national partners. Make sure you take photos and videos of your students completing those activities because that's what you're going to use to submit points. Once you submit those points, you can watch your school climb the leaderboard. At the end of the year, when schools reach the bronze, silver, or gold level, we do a statewide press release. Depending on how your school likes to celebrate, we come to your school, we'll do a virtual event. There are many different ways that we can celebrate you and what you have done.
This is awesome. So you're telling us that schools and teens can get involved in all of these programs and possibly win to be either bronze, silver, or gold, get recognized by local media. And guys, think about this for your teens. These are resume builders, really. All of the coordination and all of the planning and all of that you're doing to participate in these activities. These are things you can easily put on a resume or make it part of your college application. These are experiences that are very, very valuable for you to take on and carry later in life. As you did, I encourage everyone to go on that website, reducetncrashes.org. Also, Reduce TN, this program is about adapting to you as the teen. So if you come up with new ideas and you have something you want to do that is not on the website that relates to traffic safety, reach out to us and we'll help you do it. Because we want creativity, we want innovation, and we want everyone to be actively involved. Let's see, so Reduce TN Crashes, as we've learned, it involves a variety of traffic safety partners. And one of those partners is the Tennessee Trucking Foundation and their road team captains. So we have a road team captain today. Robert, what is a Tennessee road team captain?
Thank you again. A road team captain is a person who is selected by their company to represent their company and represent the state of Tennessee and travel around to schools and senior citizen centers and even elementary schools to provide programs to especially teens who are just getting their driver's license and teaching them about being on the road with big trucks every day, because 1 in 4 vehicles on the road these days is a big truck.
Robert, what is the no zone and why is it dangerous?
There's 4 no zones around a truck that, we're sitting in the cab of the truck, and these 4 no zones, we can't see very good because our mirrors are trained to go down the side of the truck to look at the back of the truck. And traveling on the roadway, you can see that, especially on the passenger side, there's a real big no zone on that side that we can't see you very good over there, if at all. And there's a smaller one on the driver's side of the truck, and of course the one behind the vehicle is, if you're riding right behind the vehicle, all you're doing is seeing a rolling billboard. So if something happens in front of me, then I have to slam on my brakes, and there's a big possibility you can run right into the back of me.
Mm. So then it's probably important to have a safe following distance. What would that be, Robert?
5 to 6 seconds is a good following distance. And
Tell us, Robert, how do you educate teenagers through the Reduce TN Crashes program?
we have a PowerPoint presentation that we go to schools and put on, and then we also take those on truck and trailer to the schools when space is permitted, and we walk the students around the truck and show them where the no zones are at, and let them climb in the truck and look out the mirrors to see what we can see.
If this is something that you want at your school, you can receive points if you go to the website and request someone like Robert to come out to your school for free to do these sorts of demonstrations. Why is it important for school resource officers to educate teens about driver safety?
Well, it's very important. One of the things we do as SROs, we work off the TRIAD system, which means we are informal counselors, we're educators, and we're also safety consultants, which has to do a lot with law enforcement. We often interact with the children through these THSO programs. We encourage them, and we help keep these kids safe as they learn to drive, and they innovative teaching methods, and we communicate very memorable life-saving messages to them.
What are the biggest problems with teen driving?
Some of the biggest problems that we see as far as distracted driving, a lot of cell phone usage, a lot of speeding, erratic driving, not wearing their seatbelts, just an overall lack of experience.
Some of the biggest problems is distracted driving. Whenever we think that we can just look down at our phone for 5 seconds and then we look up and we have no idea where we're going to end up. So it's important to focus when we're on the road and to not look down at our phone or even put makeup on. It's good to just have that mindset that you want to get home to your families.
Looking at your phone, messing with the radio, anything like that, that 2 to 3 seconds that you have got your eyes off of the road at 55 miles an hour, you've traveled the length of a football field already without knowing what was going on around you. And traveling the length of a football field without watching the road, that's really dangerous. That's where a lot of crashes come in, when people get distracted.
How do you get teens involved in those activities?
One of my programs that I do at my school and some of the schools in Cheatham County is like a click it or ticket safety study. That's where we get the teens from our SAD clubs, our HOSHA clubs, or kids that's just needing some community service hours for their scholarships or Tennessee Promise. They come out and help me do a traffic study, and we observe how many people are wearing seatbelts. And oftentimes, if they're doing good driving behaviors on our campus, we often give them Smarties as a smart reward. And if they're not doing such a good job, we often stop them and give them a dummy sucker, and often tell them why they're doing what they're doing is bad, so they know. So oftentimes we will bring things in from the THSO or Reduced Tennessee Crashes, the seatbelt convincer, or the Drive Alive simulators, to let them experience those things.
Great. And we all know that the seatbelt convincer can be requested through Reduce TN Crashes.
Ever since I was born, my dad has been involved in law enforcement, and he is a Tennessee Highway Patrolman. And through that, I've heard many stories about the crashes and how devastating they are and what the tragedy it leads to the family. And so with me being a new driver on the road, I also see it with my own eyes. And so I thought to myself, how could I increase the knowledge of something that is so important to me? And with that, I met with RC Christian, and we got to talking, and I came up with my platform, Teen Driving Safety. And with that, I have the program with Reduced TN Crashes at my high school, and it's been really successful, and I can see the impact it's making at my high school as well.
You had previously told us about a survey that you conducted. Can you tell us about that survey?
Yes, so at my high school, I was trying to figure out a way that I needed to collect information so I could develop more activities at my high school that could relate to the students. And I came up with a survey and asked questions like, do you wear your seatbelt? Do you think they protect you? And one of the questions I asked is, do you know about the graduate driver's license? And 50% of the kids said they did, and then the rest said they didn't. So it's half and half. So that is something I really want to push in 2021 is getting more information out. So it's really aware, and especially my hometown as well.
And I know you had told us previously that it was over 200 responses from teens that you got. And that takes a lot of initiative and leadership to be able to have passion about something and really try to seek out the issues and see how to fix those issues. So we definitely applaud you for your efforts, and thank you so much for sharing that. Is there anything in particular you want to tell us that you learned through reduced TN crashes?
Yes, through reduced TN crashes, I've learned that just being a safe driver, it takes time to be a safe driver and practice. And when you practice, it makes you become more confident as a driver. And I know when I first started driving, my dad would always ride me everywhere because he wanted to make sure I was being safe and I wasn't so stressed. But now I've been driving over 6 months, and I can say that I'm a confident driver, and I'm really aware of my surroundings and that what it can do if I don't practice being a safe driver.
That's awesome. You talked about 2021 and some plans that you had. So tell us, what are your plans to promote reduced TN crashes and teen driver safety in this new year?
Yes, in this new year, it's very different because we're going through a pandemic at this moment. And it's hard to be in contact at schools when some of the school systems won't allow it. And so some of my plans for 2021 is to talk to our governor, Bill Lee, and tell him about reduced TN crashes and maybe partner with him and get reduced TN crashes spreaded across the state and let it become more knowledgeable to teens and how that they can apply to be at it. I also want to talk to my school director, Grant Swallows, and ask him if I could host some Zooms with the SROs and do activities through that. And I feel like that will be good at this time because it's really hard, like I said before, to get into schools because of close contact and mask and just the activities, and to be hands-on. It's a lot right now.
Yeah. And we've got to be creative and very innovative to try to come up with these new ideas. And I know everybody's scratching their heads because COVID is so unpredictable. So we just are really giving you all the kudos and really wish you the best in your dreams and your pursuits, not only in your pageantry and as your pageant career, also finishing high school. And just want to thank you for also pushing the graduated driver's licensing laws, because like you said, 50% of the 200 and so students didn't know. So that's got to be over 100 kids, 100 teens in your school that don't know anything about GDL, about the graduated driver's licensing law. So thank you again.